ain't really been a talk. It's just whoever next guy up. They ain't really released the depth chart yet. So whatever that is, that person just got to be ready. And everybody else, the backups got to be ready too, because you never know what could happen. So, yeah.
You guys don't have a lot of depth, so
Yeah,
I mean,
don't.
it's got to be tough because you really do have to know your number
Yeah,
could be called.
everybody got to be ready. That's what the main thing is. Just as long as everybody's ready, I think we'll be good as a linebacker core.
What'd you do in the off season to kind of get yourself ready, maybe to?
I gained a few pounds and got stronger. I for sure was in the weight room a lot, eating a lot. So Coach Joe helped me out on that with the weight room part of it. I just been eating, so I gained like 10 pounds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you want to be at for your playing weight?
215 this year, 215.
And what has sort of that allowed you to do in terms of expanding your game, as far as how you've seen it through these past several weeks?
You definitely feel it out there. Like that little 10 pounds, usually guys will push you around and you gain a little 10 pounds, get a little stronger. Now you feel more stronger. You feel like you pushing guys around.
Do you think that's more of a confidence thing, or do you actually feel stronger out there?
Both. It's definitely both. You put in the work. You gain weight, so it kind of is a confidence thing. But at the end of the day, it's like you got stronger too as well.
And do you have any certain goals for yourself this season?
Yeah, I want to be a starter by the end of the season. That's my goal.
Anyway, do you think that you're going to accomplish that? Do you have any specific pathway, maybe?
Just when my name is called, be ready, and that's it.
And in terms of who's taking the most reps at that third starting spot, at least so far, has been Connor Soley. What have you kind of seen from him in terms of how he's grown?
He looked good. And he just started playing back, I would say, when I had got here. So his growth from now to then has been crazy. It's been really good.
And in terms of similarities, differences between the two of you, what have you kind of figured out there as far as?
He's fast.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Connor fast. He run like a DB. He's fast, real fast.
Well, he did start as a safety, right?
Yeah,
So,
he's fast.
but in terms of like just how you guys differ, what things you bring to the table, what is your sort of perspective on that?
I wouldn't really know the difference between me and him. That's something you got to ask our coaches. But I know that he's a really talented player, and I am as well.
And what do you want for yourself in terms of to lay your hat on as a linebacker? What is that one thing?
Just make plays. I think that's the goal in football. Just make plays. So that's what I want to do the most.
Coach Claiborne has mentioned multiple times with just the linebacking core in general, but especially for the young guys, to try and get you guys to understand that not to chase the ball necessarily, but just to kind of stick to your assignments, find yourselves in the right spots, and then that'll lead to making plays.
Yep.
So how much is that a factor in your guys' conversation in the film room, out on the field, anything?
Well, yeah, that's how football's always been. Everybody doing their job, and if you do your job, the play's gonna come to you. Because once you got a guy doing something else, that's when the play comes his way, and he was supposed to be there. So if everybody does their job, ain't nothing really offense can do.
How do you feel in terms of your progression towards that goal? Do you find yourself being under discipline at times, or do you feel like you really stayed in tune with your assignments?
I feel like I've grown a lot. But now I got to be perfect now. You know what I'm saying? I can't make no mistake. Whether it's one or two, you can't make. This is my third year. I can't make no mistake. So that's really what I'm focused on.
And with Kyle, Merlin, how much experience they bring to the group, what have you been able to take away from them, if anything, in terms of what they bring, on the field, off the field, in terms of leadership or in terms of their play style, what you've been able to pick from them over the years?
Everything. I've been able to pick a lot from them. They've been in the same defense for about 3 years now, so they know pretty much everything. And whenever it's a question or something, I always go to them because they've seen it. They played 2 to 3 years. They've seen everything, so I always go to them. I try to ask them, what do you do here? What do you do here? And they let me know.
And with it only being 10 days away from the game against NAU, how excited are you to finally run out onto the field in front of Sun Devil?
I'm excited. It's been a minute. I'm very excited. Can't wait.
And one last thing, Coach Claiborne mentioned, especially for the backups, whoever those might be in terms of the linebacker group, he said taking pride in special teams, right, being key pieces there has been something that he's tried to emphasize. What have you kind of, do you enjoy playing on special teams units? What have you kind of figured out there?
Yeah, well, special teams is one of the most important parts of the game. You don't realize it until you start playing special teams, then you realize it's important. So whatever Coach Slocum has me do, I'm gonna do it 100%. And I know the thing about special teams is a very physical game, so it allows you to just have fun and just run. That's the only play where you really don't have a assignment for real. Just run down, make a tackle, certain stuff like that. So
Just
it's
kinda
fun.
Stick to your lane.
Yeah, stick to your lane,
Let
stuff
you
like
release
that.
your aggression.
Yep, that's all it is, aggression play.